you see that, you had your procedure, you posted it on Instagram yesterday. So like, tell us what happened. Did you have 1 screw, 2 screws? Like, tell us where you're at.
Yeah, actually anesthesia. I didn't even know I posted those pictures on Instagram. It's kind of funny. I think I said something about hitting on the nurse. I'm like, oh no, I can't believe I posted that. And I was like, and I literally like an hour later, I look on my Instagram story. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know I posted that. I must have been like loopy or
Mhm.
something. But yeah,
Yeah.
so basically before Supercross, like 3 weeks before the first round or whatever, I ended up breaking my wrist. So then we had to and I wanted to race. Like I'm like, dude, this preseason has been so good. Like I was like going good. Like I felt super solid. So I'm like, we'll just go, get surgery. And they're like, gave me the option to put 2 screws in there so that there's no chance the bone can move so that I could race. Because, I mean, if you put 1 screw, the scaphoid's a really risky bone to be playing with. So they put 2 in there. So it was structured. Then I was literally riding like, dude, 2 weeks later, a week before the first round or week or two before the first round. And came into the first round. And trust me, it hurt to race. And almost the whole Supercross season, it hurt to race. And I was just dogging it out. But I wanted to win the championship. That battle, I was like, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna try, and if it hurts, it hurts. And I actually ended up winning the second round with pretty much no preseason, so it was definitely a big boost in my confidence to start the Supercross. But I just feel like I just couldn't find my flow during the Supercross season to really knock off those wins consistently, and I think that's just the preseason. I wasn't able to complete it correctly, and that's just what's gonna happen. And I feel like once I was able to get back in my flow, you guys really seen that in outdoors, and then obviously SMX. And then basically, so they have 2 screws in there. One is sticking out a little bit. They weren't able to pit it all the way into the bone. So it was actually bothering me pretty bad, like all year.
I was
After
gonna
the
ask, like,
rounds.
yeah, was it like, did this thing like kind of irritate you all year? And was there ever a time like throughout the season outside of Supercross where there was times it was bothering you that maybe no one knew about,
Yeah, there was definitely days where I was in a lot of pain during training and after races. I mean, dude, those outdoor nationals when I'm sending it, jumping to flats and stuff, trying to win these races, and then after the race, I was actually in a lot of pain. Like it did hurt pretty bad, and it's just a lot of stuff people don't see. And obviously, I'm not gonna during the weeks, during outdoor seasons, be like, yo, my wrist is hurting really bad, because I'm not trying to give anybody any confidence. That's the same reason I try not to tell anybody before Supercross, but. Yeah, then after SMX, I was like, I got to get this screw out because I'm not trying to deal with that nagging. So they went in there and removed that screw. And there's also some ligament damage and stuff from that screw sticking out a little bit. So they had to go there and fix that up a little bit. But that's why I think, that my recovery is going to be a little longer than everyone expected. It's not just take a screw out and I could be riding in 2 weeks. I actually do have to take some time off and recover the wrist because there was a little bit of damage in there from having that screw.
What was the timeline that they had you on? 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah, that's like 4 weeks before I start doing any training, and then back on the bike like that 6-week mark.
Yeah. Well, you have to address, especially that bone. Obviously, there's been some. I've dealt with that bone my whole career. They ended up taking half of it out in the middle of my career. Same problem. Bone was starting to die, nothing was there, and they took it out. Obviously, RJ, same thing. So if there's any bone in the body to not screw around with, that's one of them. So it's good that you got it fixed and get it out of the way during the off season and come into 25 swinging.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's a smart play, dude. It's a smart play. And like, I was so pumped when, all the Motocross the Nations crap and Keyboard Warriors just teeing off, it's now like an RV and I have talked about, and we actually talked about Hymus, like, dude, Hymus, RV explained it perfectly. Like he had thought that since Hymus never had a chance for the SMX championship, that he should go have that ACL fixed, right? Like go have it fixed now. Cause imagine being in a situation that you have to get it fixed next year. Then you lose all of next year. But going back, I think it's awesome. I think that you certainly made the right call for your future. You'll always be able to go back to Motocross of Nations. That's 100% sure. And you had to do what was right. And dude, it sounds like you even solidify getting this procedure done because you found out that you did a little bit more damage than what that you didn't know about. So it's almost like it was like a blessing. So I support your decision. I think it was good, dude. You did it. It's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, You can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.